Thanks, Eagles. Helena.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Tim Gear's just sorting out his microphone downstairs. We'll catch up with him in a second. I'm upstairs with Jason Gabriel. How are you this afternoon, mate?
Very well, Nick. Very well.
There's a big game here this afternoon. Obviously, the final games of the year. We're not going to get anything in terms of final results out of this, but this WASPS team is one for me coming up against Old Guildford. There's a few Guildford players out. This WASPS team really want to pack up a big win here, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams have some really good young players, so going to be a really great contest today. And the likes of the experienced guys in Chris Sorello and Johan Durst in the net for Guildford are really going to help them today.
As we see the players just warming up around the grounds, we will just work into our team list and results in just a second. We're watching them all move around the park nicely. The WASPS outfit, they just look so clean, so crisp. They're all a big unit. It just worries about me when the coach starts firing up mid-game and it kind of throws them into a pear shape. The results from last week, we see WASPS went down to the Magpies 6-0 there on that occasion. Wasn't really the best outing for them. And Old Guildford going up 7-3 against your side there, Jason Gabriel.
Yeah, look, they had a very strong team last week and really put us under pressure and played some really good hockey. So they've had a couple of wins in a row, the Guildford team. So they're going to look to want to finish this season really, really well.
Moving across now, we find ourselves in the ladder. Both of these teams obviously not making themselves into finals. We've got 18 games played for the WASPS, only just the 4 wins, and similarly, Old Guildford, just 3 wins. This is a fixture, though, traditionally won by Old Guildford Grammar. They won it 4 or 5 times in a row, but early this year in April, WASPS actually came up in this one. 10th of April was a good date for them. I wonder if they can repeat the success here again. Move into the team list when we can now. First up is the WASPS. That's your whole squad up there. Jai Clark in goals this afternoon. He's just been fantastic all year. A lot of the pace and a lot of the play from this team come to the likes of Kyle Potter, Max Bainham, Duncan Pearce and Brynda Bess as their captain. Always so fantastic. But there's a fair few other players that can help them out here this afternoon. It's no McIntyres from what I can see right now. We've got Charlie McIntyre, but we're not going to have the veteran in this game.
Yeah, the veteran Murray played his final game a couple of weeks ago in an unfortunate loss, but his experience is sorely going to be missed, and his experience around the group. So we're really looking forward to seeing what the youthful WASPS team have going into next year.
Moving on to Old Guildford now. At the top for them, Harrison Baynard. He's been impressive for me of late. They just work through these youngsters nicely. They want to push up, bring up guys like Justin Henning, Pierce Payton, Chris Sorello, Joe McDowell. They're going to be their core few in the middle. But do you feel like there's even enough experience out there at all today?
Yeah, look, I think Chris Sorello obviously is going to really try to lead the group, and he'll have some experienced campaigners around him that have been around for a while in Ben Miller and James. I think James Norton's actually injured, sorry, but Pierce Painter, guys like that, Sean Wheatland, who are really going to help Chris, I suppose, and be a part of that experienced group. But it's the likes of Brody Hiskins and Sebastian Chandraratna who are going to be the exciting guys up front. Hunter and Harrison Banyard in the midfield that are going to be trying to push them forward to next year and beyond.
So we're just about a minute or so away from pushback now. The officials, the screen say ready for start, but both teams just liberally applying a little bit of extra warm-up into their systems this afternoon. It's going to turn out to be a very, very good game. We had a couple of showers passing through over the last few minutes. They seem to have cleared up. And we'll head on down.
Testing.
We'll head on down to Tim's sideline now. Looks like you got your mic working, bud.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that, guys. Apologies. A few technical difficulties down here on the sideline, but we're sorted now here for this final home and away fixture between Guildford and WASPS. Weather's just clearing a little bit. It has been a little bit drizzly, but so far so good. It's a little bit clear for the start of the game, so we'll head back upstairs to you guys.
Toss just taking part over the back of Tim's shoulder at the moment. See which way this one goes. Looks like Old Guildford have won the toss.
I've lied. It looks like James Norton is playing today. He didn't play last week. Had a cast on his hand, and as you might be able to see there, he has a glove on it today. So obviously carrying a injury on his right hand. So deemed okay by the physios to play in the final game of the season.
Yeah, guys, sorry to jump in. I've just had a word with James Norton down on the sideline. His report on his injury was that he probably shouldn't be playing.
Looks like he's got a Kookaburra cricket glove on as well there as his protection. That's going to offer at least some ascendancy of support around his hand.
He's a very good tackler, James Norton. He gets quite low in the indoor style, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes today, trying to tackle, whether he's going to be cautious or full metal.
Referees just taking a quick look around, checking the lighting around the ground. Everything should be able to get underway here. Final round of the year, WASPS versus Old Guildford.
Guys, just got Chris Sorello, the player coach for Guildford. Chris, what's the plan heading into the final game today?
First of all, to enjoy it. I've had quite a few guys. One of the guys debuted after being part of the club for quite a few years. And, you know, it's a good competition to be able to take 9th place. No, the plan is to be able to keep shifting the ball, make opportunities to get some corners and see how we go from there.
So that the big dog can line up and flick them in. That's the word from Chris Sorello from the Guildford camp, boys.
Thank you very much, Tim. Jace, early tip in this one. Are you going to trust the Old Guildford, or is there a bit of spite from last week still when they beat you?
I think having Johan Durst in the net is going to make it difficult for WASPS to score today. So if the likes of Hiskins and Chandraratna, and of course the big dog Chris Sorello from the penalty corner spot can take advantage of some attacking play, then I think Guildford might have the edge today.
I'm going to stick with the Wasps as I've predicted the last couple of days, just looking at this fixture, just trying to draw out some ascendancy from either one of these teams. I think Duncan Pearce will be good today. Same with Potter. He's really just kept working into the last part of this season, probably the last third. Started pushing himself up from that halfback position and actually carries the whole way. It just allows Max Bainham and alike just to get wider, get up and in. And I reckon it's going to set up a few nasty little channels just to get some deflections and score on this team today. We're just about ready finally.
Interesting to note is I think it's Hunter. Hunter Banyard, who's normally in goals for Guildford, but is actually number 24 out in the field today. You can see him going to the ball now.
Yeah, hard press, and maybe he's been given the duties at the complete opposite end of the field. Should be exciting for the man in the pads usually.
Goalkeepers love being on the field, I can tell you that.
And then they get one goal. They'll tell you how easy it is to find the space.
They
just
certainly do.
Get stick on ball.
That's it. They certainly do.
Chris Sorello just assesses options early, and we'll go to that goalkeeper who gives away a free. Can't just wildly play out the ball when you're not inside the D with pads. We'll leave the keeper alone for a moment. Wasps set up their structure for the first time today, and it doesn't get to the hands of DeBess. Turnover. Potter, his first injection. A nice tackle in the middle. It's going to leave a lot of work for Bryn DeBess just to follow up and chase his early error. Back here for Guildford halfway, and Sorello again. Wins a nice little free. Chris Sorello just calm. Good stable for this Old Guildford team. As you heard in the pre-game, he's not too fussed about what's going to happen this afternoon, but certainly knows that he wanted to do better this year. This one's going to go free inside. Pearce well defending. I'm liking the intensity from Hunter Baynard at the moment. He's charging onto a couple. Do you think he's going to have the legs to do this all day?
Yeah, look, I think he's played a lot on the field. He is a very capable field player, so look out for him. He's very skillful and will look to earn corners for his team in the circle.
Free just down here for DeBess. Leaves it off for Gibbs, and Potter shot down nicely by Hunter. So we have to just swing back around the left. Pearce, all the time in the world. Back for Gibbs. Playing on nicely, looking a little bit more direct.
Outside.
Free just outside the 25. Really composed start to this game, but no real threat so far from the Wasps as they give it away again. Gibbs does well to get in front first. Nice free outside and passed across. Another good free one as well.
Oh, got lucky there. They were away there, Wasps, and a really strong challenge. Could have been a corner probably later in the game, but given the free hit.
Brendan Doak winning that one. Bryn DeBess for Potter. And they circle around again. This time not out the right-hand side for Gibbs. They want to try the left. Good ball inside for Charlie McIntyre. Big day for him to step up as well now. They get their first entry. No free given. Played out nicely. Strong. Exiting R. Guildford. Fights on well. Harrison Baynard to win that free. Screams forward.
Bit of confusion down here on the Wasps bench, boys. No sign of number 45, Jack Kruger, who is listed to play. Currently in the twos change room, so they've sent someone to go and get him.
Just got to get a couple of quick Allen snakes and be straight back out if you're going to be filling in, working your way into this first grade side. Wasps get a chance to push away. Keeper's going to come screaming out. One-on-one inside the D, buying time, looking for free and getting the penalty corner. Really nicely done.
Yeah, very nicely done there by Paul Robertson. Good ball, got in behind the defence, and I'm not sure who was marking him, but he did very well to get in behind there. Chose not to take the shot. Very good keeper, as we mentioned, in Jan Durst, the Kookaburra's custodian in the net, and does the team thing, wins the penalty corner, gives his team a good chance.
20 seconds.
Bunch of good meters again by Hunter Baynard. He was probably about halfway when that pass got given in, and he was the one that ended up affecting the tackle, putting the pressure on. Free still gets given away, and we're in the corner.
De Best down on the baseline to inject the ball, and I'm going to suspect this is going to go to Duncan Pearce.
Think new scoreboard would have it.
Potter set up as reserve.
Ready?
Bainham Woodruff trap.
No.
Will be for Bainham. Pearce goes bottom right, just lugging the foot in the way. Another chance inside, not a clean trap, and this just flails out.
Well covered there by Durst and the follow-up defence. Just a little bit cleaner, might have allowed Wasp to get a rebound goal.
Potter, the foxing ball down the right-hand side, comes across, just no one attacking, screaming in. Didn't mind that by Woodruff. Get that across the face nicely. Someone's just got to be absolutely hounding in on that ball.
Yeah, I certainly agree that they've been a little bit too compact, Wasps, at the moment, not getting the depth into the circle, and you score goals from right in front of where the keeper stands. So if you get in those spots, you give yourself a really good opportunity.
Missed by Benjamin, far side. Left a lot of work for Paul Robinson. Was unable. So finally a bit of ball in hand. Weatherald just shunted it backwards. They just try to get it out of there. They're under a lot of pressure here, Guildford early. Just struggling to get any sort of ball even close to halfway. Took a deflection though. This is their chance. Play on the call. Just came screaming from nowhere, Paul Robinson. Inside chop of the legs. Well won by Baynard. Another turnover, Potter, strong in the middle. They're struggling right now, Guildford.
Jackson Geddes letting a lot of that go. Could have been arguments for some free hits either way, but don't mind let those go.
Well taken out of the air. Justin Henning circles back. They're just real stagnant, Guildford, at the moment. No one free to give an option to. It all has to be one-on-one contest. That one just snicked away off James Norton, the skipper's stick.
Wasp playing with the three at the back at the moment and rolling the extra player into the midfield. You'll notice Cole Potter and Duncan Pearce switching those positions. That's going to be a great ball in. Oh, geez. Great opportunity there. That was Jack Kruger, who's just come straight out of the change rooms. Golden opportunity. Hiskins, very nice. Weaving through the midfield, very nice. He's been given the free hit. Probably would have liked to have done a little better there. But given the free hit. Brody Hiskins, of course, the son of former Kookaburra, Jeremy, who I'm sure will be in the stands, if not watching from home.
Sorello. Great ball inside. Desperation side. And we're going to get a penalty corner out of all of that. Didn't see where.
Yeah, looks like Jackson Geddes has deemed it to be dangerous off the deflection that that Joel Mitten has jumped in front of. Little lucky, but take that, and it's a big opportunity now for Guildford with Chris Sorello on the top of the circle.
Norton to trap against the run of the flow. Oh, Guildford set and ready to take this one 1-0 if they can trap this well.
Can imagine Chris will be looking to go at the left side of the goalkeeper.
He's got to beat Potter to be able to do it. Sorello goes up middle right, easy patted away. Potter screams out the side. Tries to get it clear. Does well to tackle and then push on further.
We did well there, Clark. Fairly standard height for a goalkeeper, but well done by Cole Potter, following it up.
Awkward trap ball turned over. Guildford with a bit of space midfield. They can just pass this one around, start working forward. McDowell gave it back out wide and wants this back down the line again. It's going to end up for Brody Hiskins. Tries to fox out his opposition number in Potter. Now goes round. Couldn't quite get it free. Great tackle late. No whistle. Potter was expecting one. Probably lost himself an opportunity to clear.
Did well though, Hiskins. He's been able to put the pressure back on, win the free hit. And like you'll see a lot today, it'll be Chris Sorello on the ball for Guildford, looking to create. Has a good weapon of being able to play the drag flick style ball hard into the circle, which is what he's going to look to do here. As it comes across, a little too high.
Just cops Potter on the fingers. He's tough, but see here, just flicking straight up into the hand of Potter. Bang.
It's not the ones you want on a cold day, I can tell you that.
It was a nice 16, 17 degrees this morning. It felt a little bit brisk, but not too much. But now once the rains come through, it's a solid 14 at best. Just that wetness to the air, it's not helping anybody. Nice diving by Matheson G. Stop the momentum there. Sorello circles back around. He's got to play a left. Will use Baynard as the rain starts to tumble once again. Our man sideline, Tim Gears, just gets himself in the technical dugout as this rain comes down. Tim, you got anything from the sideline so far?
Yeah, quick evasive action by me down here on the sideline as it starts to team down. Nothing. I'm just interested in your thoughts on how Guildford are lining up, boys. It's typical of Chris Sorello when he coaches for them to line up in a 4-2-2-2 formation. What's it look like from upstairs?
Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what they're doing, Tim. They're looking to utilise that outer side for their teammates to sort of duck in and out with that sort of structure. So probably looking dangerous, but not able to keep control of the ball at the moment. So WASPS probably the same, to be perfectly honest, just had the better of the opportunities. It's a nice inside run by Charlie McIntyre. Well defended by Banyard. They get a long corner out of it though.
It's a crafty little ball in by Baynham there.
Yeah, they're the little ones you like. Give your striker the chance to roll off and get into the circle.
Pearce across the back, just finds it wider. Brenda Best just couldn't quite get this one through off foot.
A little bit off camera here, but the circle's just a little bit too bare for me. Like guys just hanging around that spot area.
Does feel like Guildford just really happy to let them come in, waiting for them to create an opportunity, and without much pace on the ball here from WASPS, they're trying to be patient as well. Yeah. No hole opening up for either of them.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just waiting for an opportunity. As these will open up once, as we see Joel Mitten come through. They'll start to open up as you can attract players to the ball. So what WASPS are wanting to do is get to the opposite side they have the ball where the space will be.
Just outside here, Baynham waits for the other ball to go out. Oh, too crafty this time. Sorello recognises it and lets it go.
Yeah, the experience of Chris Sorello was probably waiting for that one. Could see the only option that that Paul Robertson had there.
Just really made that angle acute and forced Baynham to pass into a nothing channel. Goes wide. A nice aerial flick over the top from Weatherold. Defender got in the space first. A real testing opening quarter. Neither team ready to pull the trigger just yet. Maybe it is that cold down there. They're worried about stamina. They're worried about staying on top of this game. Woodruff leaves it behind. We're going to set again. 3:26 left in this first. McIntyre loves winning this one-on-one. Down the right-hand side first. Goes inboard. Off maybe a foot. Play on advantage. Shot on. Not quite there, off the back of the stick of Lachlan Sampson.
Oh, they did well there, and I think Sampson just may have got in the way of... He could have almost played it on to DeBess on the back post, but dangerous ball, really dangerous ball. That's probably what Wasps are looking for. Get that midfielder forward as well. Try to take advantage of the extra player in their circle, but one of the better opportunities.
Weatherald not happy with where Miller was down the sideline there, then gave him a hospital pass there regardless.
Yeah, I think he's, from what it looked like, he's telling him to get out of that space so he can hit the longer ball, and that'll allow the post up from his striker to then get Miller in back on the other side.
Hiskins intercepts. He's got one rider in Sebastian. Played through and stolen. Just not finding that final pass to really create opportunities in this first quarter. Guildford, Charlie McIntyre beats one, lays it back, and that ball just not quite there from Brenda Bess.
It seems very stretched. Tim, you seeing that down there? It seems that Wasps are quite stretched, and it looks like they're trying to play longer balls rather than playing through the midfield.
Yeah, I think what we saw a few weeks ago when we watched Wasps play was just their difficulty in securing the ball and the ball quality and passing, which can make the game really stretched if you're continuously turning the ball over. The way you build the play is to hold possession, gain numbers up the field, and then you're passing over shorter distances. But if you continually turn the ball over through poor skill, then you find the game does get stretched.
Thank you very much, Tim. Sideline. Weatherald also sideline, just plays this back in. Easy as you like for Potter just to trap, set up. Weatherald comes straight back through though. Well intercepted. Now an opportunity chance. Just turning back on the inside. Potter read it well. Was kind of just sitting there and received an inside turn. Now they're going to lay forward just way too much on for DeBest to have any effect. But the pressure relieved once again. They're really not having to soak up much in this first, are they, Jace?
Yeah, looking to get out the back end. And the opportunities are there for Wasps, but sometimes I think they probably just need to work the ball up, hold some more possession in their front third. They've done it a little bit, but probably not enough. Guildford probably playing a different style that's going to allow them to get free hits up the field to allow Chris Sorello to play the longer balls into the circle. That's what they're looking for here as Chandra Ratner's nice little spinny move.
It's quick there, wasn't he?
Very quick. I think he is a very quick player.
35 seconds to go in this first term. Couldn't really give anyone ascendancy, even though Wasps will look like it on the stat sheet.
That's exactly what they were looking for. And they're away here, Wasps.
Big chance. Brenda Bess circles round the first or the last defender objectively. Just a missed trap. The opportunity's going begging the further and further it goes on. Just had no contact on it at all, and Sorello's going to buy time, try to wind this clock out down in the corner. And flicks over the top, nicely done. Little aerial manoeuvre, and they let this one roll through. And that brings us straight to the end of the first.
There's a big chance there late in the quarter, and I don't think Brenda Bess will be very happy with his ball handling there. But look, 0-0 at the break, and Wasps have had the ascendancy, as you can see with Bryn coming away. Just this little bit there, he was looking to tuck inside, just lost control, and then gave Paul Robertson a lot of work to do with 3 Guildford players around him. But look, even game at the moment.
Go down in the Wasp huddle now, see what's happened after this first quarter.
See the board. Obviously off long free hits from Sorello, they're trying to play a tram line. Okay, the first one we went out here to DP wins the ball, contest straight away. Be aware they're trying to leave the outside of the field open for these balls, where he's going to go to that. The line from Robbo obviously was really good, and it's not allowing him to play through here. He doesn't want to play to the midfield. Right, he's not even looking at it. The only ball he's trying to play is long. Okay, so defenders, err on the side of playing maybe on the outside just a bit, just to be aware that you can win that ball straight away. Also, we've got to be aware our sweeper needs to be deeper. He wants to play long, so he's going to play, what, 60, 70 yards off the dead. Be aware you can't be at halfway. You've got to be a bit deeper. Also, on transition, when we win the ball, we need to shift to the help side. Okay, as Ollie just said, they're really slow to set up. Cirillo plays a ball from here, he walks, right? If we can win and shift, we're out. Play around them, not through them. Go, boys.
Message pretty obvious from Ian Bircher, coach of the WASPS team there, boys. They're looking to really clog up the midfield to prevent Chris Cirillo being able to deliver the ball through the guts. The ball is going to be played to the outside, and that's where they're looking to win it. Then when they get the ball, they want to shift the ball to the open side to where the space is, and then attack from there.
Thank you very much, Tim. Down on sideline once again, doing handy work. It is interesting, though, that WASPS chat. It's all very defensively minded. It's a 0-0 game where you've had more shots on goal and you're talking about defence.
Yeah, I think they've had some really good opportunities. They're probably not too fussed. They probably want to be better, obviously, but I think it's the lack of the defensive mindset where you may lack one opportunity that's going to really cost you in this game, and it'll be a tough struggle to get back if they do go behind. As Duncan Pearce wins the free hit. Chandraratne running straight into him. Tough, though.
Goes full horizontal here, just cops an awkward part of the hip. And there's about a 16, 18 kilo mismatch between those two. Physics came into play very quickly.
It's that's the ball we're talking about, that one-out ball. Charlie McIntyre probably wanting to go two hands there. I know he is left-handed and probably very good at sticking those.
Casually at the back, wanting to find this space down the side. Pearce reads it so well. Just chops off the ball. Charlie McIntyre wants the free. Just gets sidelined. Weatherald will track him backwards.
It's exactly what they were talking about.
Bainham wants Potter. Couldn't have him, so he's going to have to play on himself and just circle back around. But it's really handy defense the whole time. Harrison Baynard applying the pressure. Potter got free in midfield and looks for an entrance. Just a little bit too wide. Unable to make that final pass, Lachlan Sampson.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were talking about. Firstly, the defensive part of the press when Guildford were coming out. But then that open side hitting Kyle Potter right in the middle of the field to allow them to enter the circle a little bit more freedom.
It's where when they have the likes of Trent Minton especially available, he's going to make a lot of those passes pay off into goals. He's got to find and bleed these youngsters, though, at the moment. Build on into next season. Sideline, looking for anything. Matheson G will just play back. Pearce put himself under a little bit of unnatural pressure. Gibbs out wide, tries to go up for McIntyre. Intercepted well. Fighting on right through the middle. Sean Weatherald just being a nuisance at the moment. Wheatland, I should say.
He's getting in the right spots. Just a little off with the passing there from WASPS, but tough trap to make. Coming straight back at the ball on your reverse. Tough at the best of times on your flat stick.
Wheatland went wide out right. Michael Horet waits. It's where they just need to find some connection. Guildford just don't have any clear mapping in their mind. The way they're looking at each other off all these frees just around the 25. Want them in here. Sorello with a nice ball. Searching once again. Can they get a deflection or a stick? Not quite. That's a little bit better, though, a little bit more direct.
Yeah, that's what they're looking for. Their strikers are very good and have been obviously working at training at just being good at posting up and getting in front. So they know when those balls are coming in from Chris Cirillo or other players that they're the ones that are going to win it. As Boss come away here, and it's Brynda Bess again getting forward.
Nothing there for Brynda Bess. He's pleading his case to anybody that'll listen.
I'm not sure he recognised that came off a stick. But anyway, they still have the ball here, WASPS.
Gibbs. Full switch. Ball intercepted nicely on the far side. Jacob Sumner was an absolute nuisance. Now gets through. Couple of pairs of hands. That's just a little loose one out wide. Felber. Probably had a lot more time than he thought out there, Michael Felber.
Yeah, probably thought the free hit was going to be called and didn't have to really rush that one, but very nice by Harrison Banyard on that occasion.
Woodruff lays back for Gibbs. Down the sideline. It's just going to be out of reach for Robertson, and it rails away.
Hey, easy, easy.
So about 20 minutes gone in this fixture. Still 0-0. Wasps versus Guildford. Just waiting for that spark from either side to really kick this one into gear. They all want it. Plenty down here, even though it is cloudy, rainy. Perth Hockey Stadium this afternoon. Nice little free one just outside.
Yeah, not quite sure what that one was for, but Wasps will take it, and they're away here.
Sampson tries to come on the inside. Paul Robinson just intercepted. Now they're just jostling for position out wide. Potter again, the key man getting these balls in so far. Tries to go across. A little bit of foot contact outside. Kind of squatted into that ball.
Like this structure better by Wasps, though. You can see, you may not be able to see at the moment, Jack Kruger standing right in front of the goalkeeper, allowing that space. So they should hopefully be able to get it through. As you can see there, just not reading it, but that's a good ball into the circle. That's the type of things that you can allow yourself if you can get some depth or get towards the baseline in the circle.
And a lot of those balls today from Wasps, they're at that kind of tempo. They're not hard, they're not soft, they're right in the middle there. Are you looking for something a bit harder, get a deflection, or do you want that time for the striker to get a touch on it first?
It's a great question. I think if you can get it to the spot, you know, it's always best to make the trap to then get the ball going towards the goals. But look, if it is nice and hard, you can deflect it. But more often than not, you want to trap those ones.
Guys, you can see for Wasps quickly, Kyle Potter just taking the 16-yard hit there. I've just been overhearing Ian Bircher delivering messages to his bench, imploring his team to outlet with a back three more often and play two defensive midfielders in the middle of the field closer to that back three rather than always outlet into a back four. So might be something to keep an eye on. You might see Potter getting forward a little bit more just to provide an extra number in midfield.
That's it. We do see him like to drift forward in these recent weeks as he's picked up form. We'll see a card here.
No, you're right.
Yeah, not a pretty tackle by Lachlan Sampson, just going all in to try and sweep that and took the body of Hiskins from behind, so he gets the 2-minute suspension.
Chris Sorello once again to set up for Guildford. Now we're inboard, just a little bit high.
He's not happy with that outcome, Chris. They had a golden opportunity there to Miller there on the right, left-hand side of their circle, all by himself, and just rushed and got a dangerous ball in. Ball finds Chandra Ratner on the sideline. Looks for another spinny move, which he's got away with.
There we go. We'll give him that then. He's 1 from 2.
1 from 2, yeah.
Take that. Probably back him at 66% as well. We've got 2 from 3 in the third quarter. Sorello searching, just blocked, but there's still a Guildford player out there. Has a crack at the goal. Off the foot of Potter, maybe, surely. Referees both look at each other with play on. Ends up in a Guildford foot. Be interested to see what happened there.
Yeah, I think the turnaround as Pearce comes away, the turnaround shot just landed on a Guildford foot as he was in front. Just wasting the ball here, Guildford. They have the player up number-wise at the moment and just turning it over too much.
Chance if they can keep this in. Play on the call. Umpire's in a great position, winning the free. McDowell wants to circle back around again. They need to find some width somewhere. Sean Wheeland goes direct. Clash of sticks. Should fall the way of Guildford and Will. Looking right towards the baseline now. Over the top. The keeper himself wants to go through. Not quite there, just did good 3D skills. We're alive at the top of the D. Trying to get this one in again. Harrison Baynard just outside the circle. They can get this one free. A lot of pressure being applied by Charlie McIntyre on the tackle. Pushing wider. Henning needs this pass. Not quite there.
Paul Robertson's just come back on the field, boys. He's just snuck on up the front for Wasps. So watch if this ball does turn over. He's just making his way back now.
He wanted the cheeky turnover. He's decided the responsible thing to do is cover Sean Wheatland out wide left, or he's just going to circle top of D. So got 2 spares behind the D. Looking for that first pass option. Sorello just takes on Potter one-on-one. Potter puts a bit of mayo on it. And Sorello's going to say, get up, we'll go again. I don't want to beat you cheaply. We're going to do this properly. 5 minutes 51 left in the quarter.
You can see what Chris was trying to do. He's trying to get the ball again into the circle, but Potter was just staying close enough so he couldn't just turn around and get it in.
A little bit of foot advantage played down the sideline. We'll come back for it. Sorello can take it, circle this up again. Was more than happy to absorb this pressure for now. Hoping that an opportunity will come like this. They get the foot cool. It's off Brody Hiskins and they'll go real aerial. Sorello needs this one. Charlie McIntyre now has a golden chance. He's got Robertson screaming in. Needs a good ball, just a little bit behind them all.
Yeah, I don't think Charlie McIntyre was the option there from Fletcher Weatherall. I think when he won it, he had Paul Robertson out straight away. He could have just run straight to the circle, and then he went the crossfield overhead, which again could have gone to Robertson. And the ball across, unfortunately, behind Robertson in the end. So again, another opportunity lost for Wasps. They're making some golden ones at the moment and just not taking advantage.
Max Bainham tries to get things moving for Sampson. He has to backtrack around. Pressure was coming from Harrison Baynard. Good little bit of stick work underneath by Brandon Gibbs. Max Bainham misses that little flick back on the outside. He's going to win a free regardless. Puts this one right into the corner for Robertson, who just tries to get the free. Does so nicely. Circles back around himself again. Inboard just not quite there.
Yeah, they're the ones you want to come out and try to get to the other side. You're trying to force through two players there to hit the ball into the circle. It's a difficult task.
So in past this game, this fixture normally has about 6, 7, 8 goals in it. Sometimes 8-1, 9-1 to Guildford. Right now, still 0-0. But Wasps with probably their best chance yet. Just need the shot away. Once again, Durst he's looking pretty good today.
He is sharp. He is a very sharp keeper. Hence why he is a part of the national program. But again, another golden opportunity. And I think those shots at goal aren't going to be the ones that are going to get past Durst today. It's going to be the one that is passed around him.
Trying to just play around with things. Down on the right-hand side, Hunter Baynard.
It's really interesting, boys, playing against someone like Chris Sorello, because you want to get as much frontal pressure on in front of him to clog up his passing options, but you leave all the space on the other side for the other defender to work in. And if you don't get enough pressure on in front of Chris Sorello, he's got the passing diversity and the passing range to really hurt you.
Well, they're in here.
Once again, Sampson just needs a reverse flick. Durst, rock solid. Would have been handy if McIntyre didn't get affected and was able to be there for something.
Another turnover.
Still alive. Oh, cracking this one at the bottom right post.
It's a fantastic shot by Paul Robertson. Just getting it into the circle, and another great save by Durst. We talked about this at the start of the game. He is going to be very difficult to get past today.
I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting such a solid wall of defence so far. Nothing's been to the top corner, but certainly one of these could have slept in if you were caught napping in a bit of rain early in the game. Potter does well to spin around Baynard. Inside once again, Robinson just can't get the stick quite on ball how he liked. Durst having a blinder at the moment. DeBest cops one in the back and gets the free awarded against him for blocking.
Oh, it was a bit stiff there. Bit stiff. That was a great pick from behind him. Again, sorry, mate. So, that's a yeah. You can see just not allowing Hiskins to go past, and that's why the free hit was given. But Durst again is impenetrable at the moment.
Potter, another good intercept. Couldn't quite get it around the outside of Jacob Sumner. Wins free, gets it back. And Bainham with a little bit of space in front of him. Doesn't want to charge it forward, wants to give it off. Interception read well. There wasn't much pace on the ball. And spinning back in under himself. Justin Henning wants to work hard. And Bainham tries to keep that in the field of play. That was out of bounds, but we're going to play on. Shingar goes missing underneath the stick of Hiskins. Wins the free as well. This game getting a little bit frantic with 1 minute to go in the second.
It's exciting. I like when it's a little bit end-to-end. I'd like either team just to take a bit more care, but it's last game for each team this year, so I like that they're going out full tilt.
And we'll call it, from the coach's expression, they're playing with freedom, we'll say.
Yep, let's go with it. Yep.
Not too much in terms of technicality being on offered. Potter probably been the pick of the defenders from Wasps so far, for sure. Racking up interception after interception. Sorello just gets himself in the space, finds that one really well. Hiskings trying to fight down the right-hand side. Potter, nothing there. Tries to go through and underneath Max Bain, and penalty corner.
Yeah, the deliberate out of bounds, or deliberate playing the ball over the back line. Max Bain getting caught up with Hiskins there, and really left no option but to just push it over the back lines, hence the penalty corner. And the Chris Sorello threat again rears its head.
Only a few moments left in this first half. Now, well, Guildford a big chance to take an important 1-0 lead in this game. Opportunities have been sparse. Sorello will set up behind this. Could fake out for Jacob Sumner a little bit wider. But I think Sorello will want to take the respect on his own name and take on Potter left post. Really well done coming out of the line, Sampson, just to get involved there.
Yeah, fantastic running by Lachlan Sampson. Got nice and close, stick down, and made it really difficult for Sorello to get past him.
Played on, whistle blows. Wasn't even on the mark, so we're going to head into the halftime break. It was a confusing little end there. 16 seconds to go, everybody trying to gain something. Do you have anyone on top before we head down sideline?
Yeah, I think what Wasps are definitely on top. They've had the better of the opportunities, but always happens in these types of games when you have lots of opportunities and can't take advantage. The other team goes down with 1 or 2 and score, and then you chase the game. So they're going to talk. I imagine they're going to talk about that in their huddle, but we'll head down to Tim, who's got Brynda Bess.
Yeah, boys, joined by Wasps captain Brynda Bess. Bit of feeling in the game out there, Bryn. You've had a lot of opportunities, just haven't been able to convert so far.
Yeah, it's been a bit frantic, and we haven't, well, Durst made a few good saves, actually, so we're getting it on target, which is good, but just looking to try and get it wide, get it in around the back.
Is there anything you need to change in the second half to try and get past the impenetrable wall of Johan Durst?
Yeah, he's a great keeper, and I think trying to hit it through it's going to be a tough job all day, so might look to open the goal up, get that touch in on the back post and get going.
Thanks, mate. Good luck for the second half.
Thank you very much, Tim. So we're all locked up here. Just 0-0 at halftime break. We'll be right back in a short moment's time to bring you the second half, where we should see this game burst open any minute now. Welcome back, one and all, to the second half of this Hockey WA Premier League hockey fixture. Final round of the season for these two teams. Everything to play for, and with a little bit of freedom in the first half of the coaches maybe railed them in this time, Jace.
Yeah, I would imagine the Wasps camp would be talking about going around Durst. They've had a lot of opportunities to score, but Durst has been just brilliant today. So that's probably the focus for them, as well as their defensive effort. But the Guildford camp would be talking about just holding a bit more possession and then getting in front in the circle to allow them to get some penalty corners where the dangerous Chris Sorello takes advantage.
Hunter Baynard pushing us back and rolls himself forward again. Good high press here from the Wasps early. Just getting Guildford trapped out wide. Hiskins.
It's a good steal.
Really good work. McIntyre screaming forward to try get this final pass off Robertson. Just coming screaming through. Harrison Baynard with a great tackle from behind. This one just waiting for a free. Just a little bit confused as to why. I think it is Harrison Baynard maybe still there. Might have copped a stick on the side. And Tim's sideline. Do you have anything for us before we head through into the deep part of this second half?
No, just making sure the microphone's working down here as it starts to trickle down again, boys. Yeah, an intriguing second half coming up. Johan Durst, obviously, very, very good in that first half. Be interesting to see if Wasps do anything different to try and get the ball past him, and similarly, if Guildford try and alter their system from what we've seen in the first half as well.
Good couple of steals. Just in front of us here, Harrison Baynard ends up with the ball, gives it away. Great ball. Gives a chance for Hunter Baynard.
Just outside obstruction.
Now can they settle into their first real attack? Wheatlamp goes direct underneath, gets through the first two defenders. Banyard couldn't quite get underneath it. McIntyre just doesn't want a piece of that. Almost hits Henning on the bench.
Right there, Sean, inside.
Tim's sideline, that almost got you in the face, mate.
Inside, Sean.
Yeah, you're almost one camera down there, boys. Luckily, I was standing just underneath the shelter here, protecting myself from the rain. Otherwise, I might have worn that in the chin.
Safety first. Tim making sure everything's under control down sideline for us this afternoon. Trying to keep this under control, not touched by anybody. Guildford with a first real good ball of the half.
Oh, they won't be happy with, Chris Sorello, coach, won't be happy with that. They pride themselves on those opportunities as Wasps come away.
Really nice work coming across. Pantnier just to deflect that one away, and he'll get it back again. Just dumps. And a little foot in the way. Guildford with time here. Big high set from Wasps though in the second half, just putting a lot more pressure straight up in the face. Obviously now Guildford have rolled back into position and they're just going to tag him one-on-one. Potter just floating in midfield. We'll have to take out this spare player wide. Good ball. Wasn't really to anyone though. Found a good direction, turned over. DeBess fakes right, goes left, now tries to pass through. It's still there, need a stick on. Couldn't quite get there. Sorello just fades it away for the moment. Inside, feet get out of the way from Sorello. Intercepted again. And Banyard. Time just to walk. Has a little chat with Max Bainham sideline and wins the free.
Yeah, another good opportunity there for Wasps. Some good skill by DeBest trying to get to Sampson in behind. Just wasn't enough. Sorello looking to play long. Finds Hiskins in the midfield.
Just going to have to offload it backwards though. Didn't trap it cleanly. Now over the top. Good bit of space found. Can they trap this one? Potter going to get really hot on the trigger. Big opportunity in the middle. Pushed away. There's two ready to receive that ball. Just give it a flick in.
It was an important touch there. There were two guys waiting as Gibbs comes away, but it's intercepted. Would have liked him to go outside the right there, but again, another turnover. I think we're going to see this a lot in the second half as Gibbs put under pressure straight away. And gives away the free hit. Sorello strutting up to the ball, but we imagine this is going to go long again into the circle. Nope, he finds Sumner. Sumner driving around the left-hand side of the circle, looking to feed in, and he does. Covered by Clark, clears it up and over into the hill.
It's interesting, the way they've come out in the second half. We've got 30 seconds of body-on-body contact, and then both teams immediately switch it back off. Just testing, see who's going to bite, who's going to get frustrated first. Play on the call from the side. No one was expecting it, not even Hunter Banyard himself. Sorello inside ball. Really letting this one go. The umpire happy with what's in front of him. Turning around the inside under pressure. Justin Henning gets free. Good turn around the outside.
Play.
Just no one cleanly taking possession. Still here, Brody Hiskins. Gets inside Potter, that's rare. Got to make use of this. Nutmeg's a second. Wanted the free, but Pierce stayed on task. Waited for the whistle and played on the ball.
Relax, guys. Relax. Yeah, we got
Couple of friends hooking sticks.
right here, so go back, please. Yeah, you now.
Sorello. Inside Potter again.
Yep. Do you?
It's been a bit
You like
scrappy.
refer?
Yep.
Scrappy from both teams.
Yeah, you. Everyone's good, thanks. Yeah, he is.
Sorello, as expected,
You play.
first touching. Wants to
Good,
do the
five,
five
good.
himself and get this one straight in underneath the legs. Well trapped at the back. Sits up for Jorge. Turned over Robinson. Jorge. Straight back into it, not Jorge. Sorello. Hunter. Play on, takes the advantage. Inside, just deflected again. Penalty
Gone
corner.
up to him there, right there. Two guys there. Gone up into those two guys there. Yes.
Take a look on the replay here.
It's a good trap by Banyard. I thought this hit gives his foot, but he actually doesn't. And he's called it dangerous to...
Dangerous to
I
Potter.
thought there was the white guy right with you.
Interesting
Yeah.
decision. Interesting decision, but given the corner away, I think that really came from the turnover in the midfield. They were away, Wasps, and tried to play quickly, and then it just didn't get to the open side like they talked about at quarter time, and allowed the Guildford players to get back in. So they give Chris Sorello another opportunity.
Norton to trap. Already set, ready down on the ground. He's not going to move from there.
Ready?
Oh, missed flick. Rarest part of the miss. Now under a lot of pressure out wide. Chandarada gets it in. Hunter Banyard wins the free again, and they'll take another penalty corner. Gee, that was messy.
It was messy. It's not the ones you want as the pusher out or the injector, but they've done well. Again, Banyard just nice and clean and precise in the circle with his stick skills. Wins the corner again. So take two.
Maybe they'll reward him here, give him a chance on goal. No, Sorello, bottom left, well kept. No, it's not. Gets through under the legs. And Sorello's going to score the first goal here for Guildford in this game suddenly. Just had a little bit of pressure applied to it, Jace.
Yeah, not his best flick, going straight at the keeper, but unfortunately Clark just couldn't keep it out. His kicker just was not able to come across, and he's deflected it into his goal. And that's what happens. We talked about it sort of at halftime. You have a lot of opportunity, and then if you don't take advantage, the other team can go down. As they come up again, Chandra out, no bad pass, but well covered.
Pretty
Duncan.
good by Pierce out of the ear.
Yeah, he's seen that a few times, Duncan Pierce.
Tackle from behind. Gives a nice little free for Benjamin Woodruff. Hunter Banyard making a nuisance of himself up forward now. Robinson takes on the one-on-one down the line. Good pass for Charlie McIntyre. Just awkwardly tackled and turned over and taken away again. Big chance for DeBess out wide. Could he have a crack at a shot? No, wants to turn inboard and flick this one for a teammate. Now gets the stick up raised, flies across left-hand side.
Yeah, probably not. It just got too far away from him, DeBess. As they're trying to work out what it's going to be. No, free, I think it's been called a free hit out. So it'll be Guildford's ball.
Nice turnover once again here. McIntyre tries to go on the inside. Got his stick caught up inside of Justin Henning. Get one just outside the 25 again.
Locked in the go across there. That's the ball. That's what we want. Well, that's what they want.
DeBess inside the messy triangle. Tries to push through them all. Gets this free from Hunter Banyard. So much patience on attack here this afternoon from the Wasps so far. Still not coming away with the points though. This defense just tracking back all around. You watch the way they shift out left. As soon as they miss, a false swoop to Bess.
Dangerous. They call that dangerous if you go to swing and miss with people around you. So probably not the option. I would have liked him to come back out, get to the other side of the field, just hold possession a bit. They've been under a bit of pressure in this quarter. So a bit of forward pressure as Potter's brilliant one-hand miss trap has fallen to the Guildford players. He's able to escort over the sideline for a 16, but yeah, would have liked them to just hold a little bit more possession there.
Charging up the middle, Robertson wants to inject the pace on this game. Left by DeBess, has to be taken out wide. Brennan Doak gets it out on the right-hand side, trying to find a way through the Wasps here now. Once again, just getting flicked up high.
Yeah, that's they're not the good ones. That one's shot up. Just trying to see who that is.
Sean Wheatland.
Wheatland, yep. As you can see him coming up here. Just those ones you just can't.
Left eyebrow.
You just can't get out of the way of. It's stick on stick, and the ball shoots straight up. And I'm not sure if he's been split open a bit there. He looks okay for the time being, but
he's certainly razzled because you see he's not stagnant on the floor. He's moving, he's rolling, he's looking.
They'll take all the time they need here.
Seems okay. Looks like it might have been nose, in fact, because he's paid a lot of attention to it with his hands and jersey. He's going to come for a spell, though.
Yeah, you can probably see just a little bit of blood coming from his nose, but thankfully nothing worse. He'll go up and just get it looked after. But yeah, they're the ones that happen in hockey that you just can't avoid. Just two players going hard at the ball, and the ball just ricochets straight up.
Bit of feeling in this game down here, boys.
I like that, Tim.
Yeah, some words exchanged on the sideline down here between Brody Hiskins and Duncan Pearce on the Wasps bench.
Penalty corner one just inside. Momentum starting to sway back to the favour of Wasps. Going to have to score soon, though.
First penalty corner of the game. Well done by Joel Mitten, trying to get his shot away and hitting the foot of Harrison Banyard. They get their first opportunity.
Big chance. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. First look at the goals from this set.
My apologies, second opportunity. I think they had one in the first quarter.
Well, they may well have done. Jason Gabriel on the stats.
Gibbs is a flicker. And Matheson G standing there as well.
It's 4G. Goes on the right upright. Just really good work by Sorello. Getting the stick up in front of his body. Waiting for the call.
They're going to check this. They thought it's come off Sorello's block as the postman and gone into the Wasp player as a dangerous.
If it does dangerous, yeah.
Here it is. So saved by Sorello up into the thigh there of Paul Robertson. So good decision by the umpires.
It's actually very good umpiring right there.
Stick and then goes into his body. They're dangerous? I know it was going in, it was that dangerous.
Yeah, in the other situation, it would just be a corner, not a...
Calmness by the referee there, going through the decision. Same setup. Will it go for Matheson G again? Or would it be Brandon Gibbs? G. Couldn't get this one off. Penalty corner again, though.
It's another one that I think has come off the first runner's stick into the second runner's chin. Looks okay, Henning. Didn't quite pick this up very well. Matheson G, but was able to get it away, and it's come straight off the first runner and into Henning. But good running though by Hoare. Are they going to change it up?
What goes through the mind here exactly? Do they change it up, or is the double fake out going to G a third time, or do you really go trick play?
Yeah, I think they'll want to keep it simple. So I think it's going to be another flick.
3 times to G, then across to Potter because the trap wasn't quite there. Potter underneath, just defended really well. Absolutely no way through the keeper at the moment. Guildford survive another and maintain their lead 1-1. After about 5 minutes, we're still in the 5th minute remaining in this third corner. Charlie McIntyre not able to trap.
Not a bad ball though. Becoming a much more common pass in hockey, the overhead into the circle. Of course, if the striker is in position first, then the defenders have to actually allow him the 5-yard space to trap that. Not sure if that previous corner wasn't the option that Wasps were going with, but I probably would have liked to have seen them come to Gibbs or to look for a deflection. I feel like that might be their next option.
Not quite coming together so far in this match for the Wasps as a whole. Sorello leading his team 1-0 up at the moment. We'll just pass this one a little bit wider for Miller. Good work from behind. Max Bainham, great steal. Lays for Potter. Dukes out 2 of the 3, but they couldn't get it all done himself. Now moving forward again, just on the outside, pass a bit wide from Brody Hiskins.
Yeah, got a bit lucky there. Probably not the place to want to take on 3 players there, Kyle Potter, but got away with it.
Sorello off the back of another good turnover deep. They're starting to put this pressure straight back on the Wasps after those penalty corners, deflected over the top, and watch to roll away.
No rush here for Guildford. They're leading this game and not having to do very much different to what they're doing except defend very well as they win.
Ooh.
As they do win a penalty corner.
Yeah.
They do win a penalty corner. Peter Wright getting the clarification from his partner umpire in Jackson Geddes.
Yeah, Hunter Banyard did so much work to get inside here and he was going to lose his button if he didn't get this call.
He did. He's proving dangerous in that circle. I think that's the 2nd or 3rd corner he's actually won. And he's very crafty in there. Very good stick skills. And it's one of those things where as soon as you go to tackle, he's clever enough to move it. So you see Hunter Banyard lining up on the first battery, the one furthest away from the camera, and Chris Sorello on the nearest battery.
He doesn't look too interested, does he, Sorello? So this could be Hunter's chance. Does go for Sorello. The Fox out, trying to come through the middle.
That's a great save by Dry Clark. They went for the reverse deflection. As they come again, Guildford.
Play on, nothing's there. Play on, nothing's there.
Still alive around the outside. Big chance. Just need to get a stick on ball for 2-0. Over the top and in. No.
Look at the angle. No, no, it wasn't. It's come off the player, guys.
So that the no goal given there because this shot right here was deemed to be going wide and not at the goal. So it was deemed dangerous and that's why Wasps get the free hit. But again, very lucky. They were out of position there and it probably should have been a direct shot on goal. But they gave it away by turning it over again as Lockie Sampson comes away.
Kind of fell into his own free there.
He did, yeah, he did.
That one outside, McIntyre couldn't hold on.
Just holding on at the moment, the Wasp team.
Do you want to see in this final quarter from them, do you want to see them follow suit of Sampson and really just start trying some all-out laid fifth, sixth gear attack, or do you want them just to follow suit as the way they've been?
Yeah, it's a hard one. They're going to have to chase the game in this if the score stays like this. So they're going to have to do something different. Unfortunately, what they're doing at the moment is just not working. So it may be a case where they're going to have to attack a bit more as we see Hiskins coming into the circle. And that's well done, and that's not a good tackle.
Yeah, that'll be a green.
Very similar to what Lachlan Sampson did in the first half of this game. So 2 minutes suspension for Chandra Ratner, and that's not going to help Wasps' cause. But sorry, to get back to your question, yes, they are going to have to probably take the game on, as they say, a little bit more, try and open up an opportunity for themselves.
5 seconds to go. In this third period, DeBess will just crack this forward, get it out of there. 1-0 the scoreline. Oh, Guildford still reigning on top at the moment off the back of a very, very nice shot on goal. It's going to take a lot for this Wasps team to get back into it and actually get 2 goals up in this final quarter, you would assume, Jace.
Yeah, they've had a lot of opportunity, Wasps, and like we mentioned in the first half, they weren't able to take advantage. So it's going to be an uphill battle, but look, it's going to be a great fourth quarter.
Got to speak quickly as well before we jump down into the huddle. Johan Durst, he certainly could be 2-3-1 at the moment without him. Nothing's been 10 out of 10 on goal, but certainly we have seen worse shots go in.
Oh, he's been brilliant for them. So as we go down to the Guildford huddle for the three-quarter time break.
We're down for about a minute 30, minute 40. Right, quiet. We have 2 strikers, everyone else brings it back in the middle. Let's keep playing simple, get the ball out to the outside, and want the ball. Right? It's your attitude to keep staying switched on and wanting the ball, and then the ability to win. Midfield, make sure you're working back. They're streaming forward, and we're sitting 5 guys across the front and watching, and they're running 5 versus 3 at the back. It's no excuse. You turn the ball over, get back to the middle, right, and stay more defensive, stay in the tackle. Okay, 15 minutes, end of the season, right? Leave it all out there, but be smart. We talked about tackling, getting your stick in the tackle, staying patient, right? Don't give free hits up there. We're winning the ball, let's just be smart enough. Again, strong in the attacking circle. Stick on ball, keep wanting it. Right, 15 minutes, let's go.
Simple message there from Coach Chris Sorello, boys. He's looking for his midfield to work a little bit harder on defensive transition to really make sure they end the season on a high. They're currently protecting a 1-goal lead.
It's very good by Sorello there as well. Just sitting there casually with the orange plastic cup, having a chat to the team. There's no muss, no fuss about that at all.
No, that's right. He's a very calm character, Chris, when he needs to be. And why shouldn't he be? His team's on top at the moment, and they're probably lucky not to, probably unlucky, I should say, not to go up another goal there. So they're leading this game, and it's out there for them to either take advantage of the opportunities that present to them to go further ahead, or as you mentioned, look after their defensive efforts to not allow the Wasps team back in.
15 minutes to go in both these teams' seasons. All or nothing here. Trying to just push on the first attack. Potter intercepting a ball but couldn't quite get on top of it. So Patnier had another chance to get it in. They flick over the top smartly. Bodies everywhere. Hunter gets a chance to flick inside through the legs. And that's a great little look back on goal. Hunter Banyard just gets his first goal for the game, and it was a smart one at that.
Yeah, very good goal. Very good goal. He just outworked his brother here. Harrison Banyard just gets the ball across. Probably looking for the corner of the free or the shot at goal, but came across the circle. He out-muscled Kyle Potter and was able to bang it at the goal and going through the legs of Jai Clark. And geez, that makes it difficult for the Wasps team.
So now immediately with pace back on, Wasps are going to have to force something in this game, and Gibbs gets in the face of Hunter, the goal scorer, and then there's a little sorry from both, so there wasn't too much aggression involved. Sorello, free hit, just outside his 25. Flicks over the top nicely, taken out of the air by Matheson G. Flicks back for Bainham.
Yeah, it's those little things, those little miss passes, those miscues, that maybe that little extra dribble, they're the things that sort of hurt you, and it builds and builds. And unfortunately, that's not a good tackle by Gibbs. Unfortunately, it's what's going to make it more difficult for this Wasps team.
Hunter Banyard looks like he's gone up a gear as well. He's got a bit of confidence on his back off his goal. Pressure of the situation's relieved him, and he's looking to line up for some more. G with a smart ball all the way across the back.
So it gets through. Paul Robertson.
Top of the D, just flicking in, took a deflection, we'll have a long corner.
I think one player that's key for this final quarter for Wasps, if they're able to score and get back into this game, is Brindle Bess. Here he is with the ball. Great little touch.
Ooh, McIntyre just couldn't quite finish off the goal.
It's a good bit of play, though. Good bit of play.
Sorello does his best to keep it in. Won't happen on this occasion. Yeah, DeBess was good in the first half of the game. Didn't see much of him in the third there, and he's such a pivotal, just a key link-up moving inside.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just got to try and get him more of the ball, I think. He can work with Potter and Bainham.
Potter's pushed real far forward now. He lays at the top of the D, so Robertson tries to find Sampson out wide, a little bit too wide, and that'll run away from them. They'll lose the attack.
Interesting here, if they're changing their press, they are a little bit going more of a man-on-man press.
A little bit of confusion out wide there. Banyard, I'm not sure if it was his or McDowell's. McDowell tried to get it back in the inside.
It's well played by Joel Mitten.
Gets it down the sideline. Wasn't quite there for Robertson wide. And flicked away into space. Thought the ball keeper was going to specky that out of the air. He left it alone. Just need the spark here. The Wasps, the best, will receive this one wide. Will take the one-on-one round the outside shoulder. Comes on a nice angle in and then finds it for Sampson. Left wing, wants to flick across the face. Strong body contact, flicked in the middle, but Durst, how does he do it? Just keeps another one out.
I'm not sure how he knew how he did that one, but he's kept it out. That is a brilliant save again.
He knew he got on it first, then he spun 180 degrees to look for it over there. Ball was still in front of the goals. Luckily it didn't come back in his way. He would have copped it in the back.
He has absolutely kept them in this game, and it was Robertson there diving in, and I think it's hit the inside of his right shoe, where he's a right kicker, and gone out over the sideline.
Nice ball to space. Now Hunter Banyard just can't trap it out wide. Potter, the beneficiary. A couple of loose touches off sticks. Matheson G couldn't quite get that one forward enough. Still going to win a free for the contact before. A little bit of smarts there. Sean Wheatland not looking at the ball, but just kept shoving the foot in the way to slow things down. Allowed the defense to reset, and Sampson couldn't do anything to bring that one down outright.
Yeah, not a bad option though. Trying to get it, like they said, to the help side or to the open side to try to enter the circle. It's a good ball, finding Chandraratne down the line.
Just nothing really in the forms of the pass forwards. Pierce took it. There's a foot there. Potter looks to go quickly and absolutely swifts around the side of the ball. Just a comedy of errors for Wasps this afternoon. They haven't quite strung it all together. This time Potter finds Sampson after making successful contact with the stick. Matheson G comes down from left back to be involved. Really well read by Sorello. Doesn't allow that ball to go to Potter to come in once again. Sorello now 3-on-1. Good body language winning the free there mostly.
Yeah, he's clever. He's very clever. That's why he's played at the highest level, Chris Sorello. He knew exactly what he wanted to do and executed perfectly.
9 minutes to go. In both these teams' season now, 2-0. Guildford in firm control. It's been a real team effort, you'd have to say, from this Guildford side this afternoon. Oh, just flicked up nice and high. Couldn't say we've had one screaming down the middle all day. Haven't had a defender intercept every single ball and then push forward.
Yeah, it's definitely been, as James Norton receives coming into the circle, can't quite get it across. As Joel Mitten plays it over the sideline. It hasn't been a really open game where we've had lots and lots of shots at each side. I think it's been mostly played in the middle 2 quarters of the field, and the turnovers have been quite high for both teams, but it's the teams that take advantage, I should say, of their opportunities as Sampson comes away.
Potter waits for his forwards to press up. Defence rolled away from him. So takes it himself. Feigns to
Wasps
go.
about to take their goalkeeper off, boys, to try and rescue a couple of goals late here.
Thank you, Tim. Gibbs, left sideline. Rolling up and in. Just couldn't get that final ball. Sorello again being instrumental in these last bits, not allowing his team to have to block shots. 2-on-1 squeeze. Really nice work. Woodruff trying to keep under control of this ball.
It's a great chase by Doak. He just got to stick in as the move that Tim has explained to us is happening. Jai Clark being removed from the field, and the extra field player is going on for Wasps to try and give them the numerical advantage within the field of play.
Potter here to restart. Across the back. Great direct ball from Wetherell. Inside sit up, Brennan Doak. Flicks for DeBess. DeBess, forward corner. Robertson trying to go 3D, wins the penalty corner nicely.
Yeah, good play there. That's exactly what you want to do when you have the extra player. You want to stretch the defence out wide and then come back through to the open side when you can, leaving the free player who was Robertson there to receive, and he does well to win the penalty corner. So big chance here. If they're a chance in this game, or to get back into this game, they need to execute this, Wasps.
Who do you want to see take it? Me, Potter. I want to see him just give one an absolute rip.
Yeah, it looks like, who's lining up? Gibbs is lining up. Someone's trapping for Matheson G again, so it looks like it's going to be Fletcher Wetherald, it looks like, lining up there. Is it?
Should be. Giving the youngsters a crack at this one. Missed trap, fake play. Potter was screaming through. It was a great little inside ball. He called for that off the back of the triple penalty corner last quarter.
Yeah, good set play. It was Wetherald who flicks it behind for Gibbs. Gibbs to Potter, and you just can't miss the net from those positions.
It's a tidy around the back flick from Wetherald though.
It was very nice, very nice. It's a good skill set to have.
Boys, joined on the sideline here by Duncan Pearce, who's just about to sub back on the field. Dunk, what's the tactic when you drag a goalkeeper off with the final 6 minutes remaining?
Oh, generally we'll try and throw a guy a bit higher than normal and see if we can actually just pop one through and stop them from getting over the halfway line. That's generally the play here.
Whether
it happens is another story, but fingers crossed, we'll see how we go.
Couldn't quite get it done there to best, but it was flicked out high. Thank you very much for that, Tim, as we head into another penalty corner.
Yeah, they did well there. Exactly how Duncan explained it. They had the guy high and free out on the left side, and they found him, who was Bryn DeBess. Again, the player we said that can really change this game, and he's been involved in the last two opportunities. So again, another chance to go one closer to Guildford from the penalty corner spot.
Don't mind me as well. I would even say the same trick play is probably the best trick at the moment. They'd be expecting anything but that exact same play.
There is a good chance that this could happen again. It's going to be Wetherald or Gibbs that's standing one left of Wetherald.
Wetherald again does flick it. DeBest just caught it a little bit inside himself, so couldn't get the immediate ball. And Hunter does really well to get that one out.
He was nice and low there, Banyard. Blocked it with his stick and then was able to get the ball again. And that's going to be another penalty corner.
Dangerous. Sorello won't be happy. He walked straight into that one. Copped it on the cheek.
Really putting the pressure on here, Wasps.
Oh, okay, is that what you're saying?
That previous corner probably wasn't executed as well as they would have liked. So are they going to go again here, Wasps? Wetherald and G on the two batteries. Gibbs one left.
Oof, close again. Wetherald this time plays out right. They're just looking for that deflection. None of them getting on goal as it stands at the moment.
Oh, there's a great flick for the deflection. I imagine that's probably what they were going for, and Robertson just couldn't get enough on it. They're not really doing themselves any favours here, Boss, by not executing penalty corners. That's a great trap by G.
Dolan nicely, Bainham. Just try to circle this one back around. Just not quite a great pass out wide there. Going to give Duncan Pearce a chance to play on quickly for Bainham again. Looked at Potter, decided he wasn't forward enough, wants them to screen this up. Wiser heads have prevailed. 4.5 minutes left in this game. Now Potter midfield, had to reach. Goes out right-hand side. Brennan Doak wants to keep finding players. Robertson trying to push around the corner. Does so successfully here. Gets inside. And no, it went out just beforehand.
Ball not going 5 yards outside the circle before it can be played in, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the ones you've again, we mentioned again, you've got to come out and go around to the other side as Sorello goes long overhead and well trapped by Duncan Pearce.
They've just got to keep absorbing at this rate. Chance for Bainham down the right-hand side again. Looked to go inboard immediately. Was dangerous. Gets it back and runs straight in. Big chance. Wants to flick on. Couldn't get there. Potter now. No, sorry, McIntyre underneath someone. DeBess just a little bit too left of the upright and really well kept out by the umpire. Just let that happen.
Oh, Durst again. There were 2 golden opportunities in that. And Durst has smothered one and the other one just wasn't executed properly. They'll be really, really upset at the end of this game, Wasps, if they go down. As you can see, the first one here, great save off McIntyre. And he gets the follow-up here. I think it's the best that wasn't able to execute the reverse push-it goal. I'll be really disappointed. Durst was in position, though. He was expecting that, but you just got to take advantage of these chances that you're getting.
And he jumped on that like fuel on a Tuesday. He was ready and waiting.
Absolutely. He is kept Guildford in this game.
Gibbs. Really nice work. Went inside. Sets up the right-hand side of the field. McIntyre, first touch, just didn't have the pace on it. Would have been all there for Brandon Gibbs to get back onto it and have a shot free. Bainham again, intercepts and lets the players roll forward off him. Good trap out wide, just coming forward. 2 minutes 19 left in this final quarter of the season. And it's looking ever more likely that 1-2 is probably the best case scenario now. Bainham. Weatherall. Good from Gibbs, tries to go inside. DeBess just stood on it. He did. He's saying no.
Oh, he was not happy about it. I think Tim's going to go.
Yeah, no stick, boys. No foot there.
Look, it was very close. I can understand why it might have looked like, but yeah, the
foot and stick go together in the cover drive fashion. It's hard to tell.
Understandably not happy with the decision.
Bainham keeps trying to create opportunities. A missed trap out wide there from Justin Henning. Still recovered out nicely. This one's going to start closing itself down. Do you immediately, it's hard to ever go goalkeeper best on ground, but because it's such a team effort shared by everyone on field today, could even just be the keeper for Guildford today?
Oh, definitely. Johan Durst has been the difference in this game. We said it at the start. If he's going to be difficult to get around the Kookaburras goalkeeper, and he has been. He has stopped everything that they've thrown at him today, and I comfortably has been the best on the ground.
Final 45 seconds here now. 2-0 the scoreline. One more opportunity for this Wasps team to attack. Potter takes them all on, wins the free. Hunter Fox is in the middle. Potter over the top, real wide, extremely wide. Needed a good pair of mitts out in the stands, that one in fact.
Sorello going to jump on this, and he is going to be in absolutely no rush.
Final 15. Missed trap. And that will bring us to a head here with 5 seconds to go. It's been a good game here by Guildford. They've they've never panicked. They've never panicked at all, and then eventually their limited opportunities turned into 2 nice, clean goals.
Yeah, the hurtful one would have been right at the start of this quarter where they were able to get it. Hunter Banyard was able to hit it in, and that really made it difficult for Wasps. They had plenty of opportunities, Wasps, today, and plenty in the first half, which they needed to convert, but unfortunately weren't able to, and Guildford come away with the points.
So we're just heading down sideline now with Tim Gears. He's got one of the Guildford players.
Yeah, boys, joined by James Norton. Must be good to end the season on a high.
Yeah, I think we had a bit of a tough start to the season, but to end with 3 wins, obviously can't do anything more. And big thanks to Chris stepping across this year. Training was always good. We're a bit tough with numbers, but we finished off nice and strong, which is always good. Yeah,
and you claimed 9th spot. Just a quick word on your goalkeeper, Johan Durst, today.
Oh, yeah. That made a huge difference today, Yowie, and then it allowed us to have Hunter up front. So I think we made a gain at both ends of the field. But, yeah, back from the Com Games, first game back. He's always great when we have him. So, yeah, another great performance from Yowie.
Congratulations, mate. Well done on the win. Boys, 2-0 to Guildford.
Yeah, that's a wrap for us down here this afternoon in this first game in Premier League Hockey 1. Tim Gears, sideline, thank you very much for all your work down there. Jace, Gabriel, been fantastic to have you up here. You happy with the result?
Yeah, happy with that. I tipped that at the start of the game, and Guildford have come away and finished their season on a high.
Well, we're going to leave you now for the evening. Hope you've all had fun. We'll catch you all next time. Good afternoon, one and all, and welcome to this Premier League One hockey fixture in the women's division. It's the final round of the year. We've got the North Coast Raiders and the Wasps taking on this game as the toss just happens behind me. Your commentators today, Jason Gabriel and Tim Gears.
Welcome, everyone. My name's Jason Gabriel. This is Tim Gears. And Tim, what are your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, looking forward to it, Jason. Final game of the home and away fixtures here at Perth Hockey Stadium. Of course, Raiders and Wasps. There's plenty of talent out there, very good players, so looking forward to the contest at hand.
Always happy to finish on a good note in the last game of the season. So expecting a tight contest today, I think. Yeah,
absolutely. And look, both teams will be looking to finish off their season on a positive note after the year that's been. So, yeah, we'll have a look at how each team are going to prepare for today's fixture.
As we get the results from last week come up, and you can see the Raiders went down to Vic Park 5-1, and Wasps were unlucky, you would say, to go down to UWA, who went up 1-0.
Yeah, Vic Park, one of the better teams in the league, so no harm there for Raiders being defeated 5-1. As we look at the final standings, or the current standings for the year at hand, you can see Wasps down there third last with 15 points. They'll be looking to add to that tally to jump Curtin Pirates. And Raiders currently in 5th position, just behind Vic Park on 22 points.
As we'll bring up the squads for today, Wasps coached by Kookaburra Jacob Wetton, and a couple of players to look out for today is Rena Hughes, who's a former Japanese international, Kyra White, their captain, and Ella Munro is probably one of the players to look out for today as we go to the North Coast Raiders squad list. And few missing today, but a couple to look out for is the sister of Hockey-Roo Sinead Tonkin, Sienna Tonkin, who's a young player coming up through the ranks, as well as Annie Gibbs. And I would have mentioned Jackie Day, but unfortunately she's not playing today, so it'll give another opportunity for a younger player to come through.
Yeah, plenty of strength in that North Coast Raiders lineup as well. You've got Jade Vanderswan, recently participated in the Under-21 Championships for Western Australia. And a quick shout out to Dempsey Campbell, successful physio for the Under-21 men's team. She'll be out there today for North Coast Raiders.
Looking forward to a tight contest as we discussed earlier. It's a sort of dull day here in Perth, overcast, and hoping the rain stays away for both teams. Well, won't be a surprise if it does come down.
Yeah, it tried its best to rain during the men's game that we've just seen. Dark and gloomy conditions. It's kind of spitting rain. Hopefully it stays away and we get a nice clean fixture ahead of us. Umpires today, Peter Wright on the far side and Matty Smith-Gander mic'd up on the near side.
As Raiders come away, and it's White that controls the ball. Comes across the field, and that's Munro. Oh, and he's blown a corner straight away, Peter Wright. Unfortunately, the mistrap there from Ella Munro rolling onto her foot.
Yeah, tough ones to umpire those. You can often see them called play on, but suppose when a team's full pressing and has the opposition under pressure, they're the ones that force the skill error. Unfortunately, just 21 seconds into the game, Ella Munro's had the ball planted on her own foot at the top of her own defensive circle. Peter Wright very quick to award a penalty corner to North Coast Raiders, who have a great opportunity to go 1-0 up just 21 seconds into today's game.
As Annie Gibbs is on the injection, it's going to be Clifford who goes at it. Played out, Clifford on the ball again, wins the free hit, plays on quickly, gets back into the circle, unfortunately not moving the ball 5 yards, and Wasps able to get away with it.
Yeah, sorry, Jace, just to cut you off, but they're going to need to take a better shot than that to get past the wall that is Lizzie Dogood in the goal for Wasps. She's, I've lost count how many times, Jace, she's won the Women's Goalkeeper of the Year award. And, you know, Wasps were leaning heavily on her to keep the ball out of their own goal this afternoon.
She's been a champion player for Wasps over a number of years now, as they have the ball in their back quarter. It's coming out now, as unfortunately not able to get through, and it's going to be Gibbs taking the ball on the sideline. Comes back to Roberts. Roberts deciding to go directly at the ball, well trapped by Zoe Clifford. Wins the free hit and plays Gibbs in straight away. Gibbs looking to dribble towards the circle and comfortably dribbling towards the circle, but cleared out there by the Wasps defence, and another long corner. So under a lot of pressure here, Wasps, to start this game. Roberts plays again to Gibbs out on the right. Gibbs still going, but Kyra White cleaning up and coming away. They're good opportunity now for Wasps to get away on the counter-attack.
You got!
She plays on. That's a great ball. Great. It's a great trap. There's a few clashes of stick, has been allowed to play on. And the free hit one by Palmer there.
Kyra White for Wasps, just such an important part of their team, such a quality hockey player. You can see the number 18 on her back in the yellow. She's been such a great player over so many years. She really is the driving force in this Wasps team. Once again today, they'll be looking to generate most of their attacking play through her in the middle.
As Hyder comes away with the ball going into the circle. Phil spills out the back. Great save by Do Good. Forcing the ball onto the North Coast Raiders player's foot. She's been big early, getting through there, the ball. She comes out very quickly and able to win the free hit for her team. As Madolo receives the ball on the right side, defence. Plays the ball to Young, into the middle. She's done well to win the free hit there.
Madolo, she's got so much power coming out of the defence for Wasps. I watched her a couple of weeks ago. Not only is she powerful, she's got such a fantastic passing range. As the ball's lifted what looked dangerously, and it will be a penalty corner for Wasps, so they counter straight back and they themselves have an opportunity to go 1 goal up. North Coast Raiders just failing to deal with this ball adequately. Comes up dangerous into Rena Hughes, as you can see. And the penalty corner awarded, so they've soaked up pressure for the first 3 minutes. Now they have their own chance to hit back.
Buzzico moving to the baseline to inject the ball. Looks like Kyra White on the top of the circle with Rena Hughes.
Looks ominous, Kyra White. Does go to White. The trap's messy, deflects off, just wide of the goal. Chance goes begging there for Annie Buzzico. She injected the ball, as you can see here. The trap was messy at the top of the circle. They had to revert to plan B. Kyra White just delivering the ball down towards the pusher, and it just spills wide. But they've got a chance to score again here, but a clutch tackle in deep defence by Dempsey Campbell from North Coast Raiders. She does well. Just finds her own teammate's foot, and Kyra White will look to go again.
Yeah, good tackle. Hughes just knocked over, but didn't have control of it there. And she's probably given a little bit too much space at the moment. Another that is also been given too much space from the opposing team is Gibbs, who plays a great ball towards the top of the circle. That's Sienna Tonkin. Great touch. Unlucky to not pick up the rebound there. That was a great touch by Maddie Daly.
Well, Jace, if this is anything to go by for the rest of the afternoon, we're in for a cracker, because we've barely played 5 minutes at the moment and we've had chances at both ends of the ground. Chances galore early. And if it stays like this, I dare say we'll be in for a shootout.
I love it. I love a good shootout, Tim.
Raiders just look to bring the ball forward. You can see Wasps just falling away, trying to condense the field. North Coast Raiders being patient. Campbell sends it forward out to the right side of the attack. Mistrapped, and Wasps will look to regain possession. Spills over the sideline. Raiders will take it quickly.